You talked a little bit about it, the stakes in terms of the division to win this game, to stay in the hunt, to get to the championship game. You talked about that.
Well, yeah, I mean, number one, it's such the passion for this football game by Spartans and Wolverines is something that you, as a coach or a competitor, you understand that and you look forward to it. And the other part of it, the piece of the puzzle, is that it is an important football game when you look at where we want to be and where they want to be at the end of November.
When you looked at this matchup, was there a specific area on your team that you thought most needed to improve your chances to win against Michigan State?
I think our special teams need to get much better. I don't think we've punted the ball as well as we need to. I don't think we've covered at times the way we need to. Big plays defensively. Can't give up those big plays, and you can't have those lapses. From an offensive standpoint, you always want to be able to have a running game and count on the guys up front being physical at the line of scrimmage and getting Fitz or whoever it might be in the backfield started.
Brady Hoke. With Michigan State likes to attack those A-gaps and blitz up the middle, I would assume you're going to find out what those two guards are kind of made of after this game. Bosch and Snake.
Well, I don't think there's any doubt. I think those two guys, and the good thing is there's 9 other guys out there with them. Believe me, there's some other guys who will be there for the first time in more significant roles than maybe they were before. So I think how we handle their defense, their front seven, how we get off bump coverage and all those things, or as tight as they play. Those are all things we're going to learn. I'd like to know a little bit more before, but that's not going to be the case.
Brady, I was kind of going to go along with that question, but how much is this game for you a game that you're going to learn a lot about your team? We talk about, is your team going to be physical enough to match them? How much do you look and say, okay, this is a challenge, guys, and I want to see who you are, what we will ask you a couple times, the identity of this team. Will you know it after Saturday?
I think it gives you a little bit of an idea. Will you know it for sure? I'm not sure. I think there's no doubt that I think every part of this game, from the offense to defense, every fabric, whatever it is, you're going to find something out about your team.
Brady, against a defense as good as Michigan State's, obviously Devin Gardner will be a key factor. How do you get him to, obviously, has to make plays, but not try to do too much, because that would seem to be the key against the defense?
Yeah, you can't give the ball away. And I think they lead the conference in turnover margin and those kind of things. But we've got to do a great job of taking care of the football, great job in decision making. I think a lot of it, and you asked specifically about Devin, I think a lot of it for a lot of guys is the fundamentals that you play with and the techniques, and not getting yourself out of kilter with how you're going to play.
Can you talk about the running game and how important it is to run against them? They're the only team, I believe, in the country who hasn't given up a 100-yard to an opponent.
Yeah, well, and if you watch them enough, you know why. I think running the football opens up so much of your play action game, and I think that's where offensively, I think they've done a nice job. Is running the football. They've done a great job with pounding it in there with the power plays, the stretch plays, those kind of things, and then the play action game has really helped from an offensive standpoint. So I think it's important for both of us to be able to establish a running game of some sorts.